Hello, this is Master Psychic Spirit Walker, your host from Starseed Psychics, and this is our podcast, which is made from our actual blog over at www.starseedpsychics.com. I'm very happy that you're with us today. Now enjoy the next episode of our blog.
What is Metta and Karuna? Love and kindness are characterized in English context as a sentiment of a kind gesture. Be that as it may, in Buddhism, love and kindness is thought of as a psychological state of mind, developed and kept up by training. This development of love and kindness is important and essential of Buddhism. Metta is regularly combined with Karuna. They are not actually the same, although the differences can be hard to tell. The common clarification is that Metta is a desire for living beings to be happy, and Karuna is a desire for all living beings to being free of pain and suffering. Wish may not be the correct word, however, on the grounds that wishing appears to be passive. It might be more precise to say directing one's attention or concern to the happiness or suffering of others. Karuna is one of the 9 fundamental emotions in Hinduism. In this conviction, the individual must free him/herself of narcissistic types of pity to accomplish the most abnormal amount of sympathy that Karuna speaks to. In Theravada Buddhism, Karuna is one of the 4 divine dwelling places which one can live cheerfully and achieve rebirth. In Mahayana Buddhism, Karuna is one of the 2 characteristics, alongside prajna, enlightened wisdom, to be developed on the way to turning into an enlightened, compassionate light soul. Metta or Maitri means compassion, love and kindness, goodwill, harmony, cooperative attitude, and enthusiasm for other people. It is the first of the 4 magnificent states and one of the 10 paramis of the Theravada school of Buddhism. The practice of kindness is a well-known type of Buddhist meditation. In metta meditation, we focus loving kindness toward ourselves and then, in an expansion, towards somebody we love. What does metta meditation mean? The first name of this practice is metta bhavana, which originates from the Pali language. Metta signifies love, in a non-sentimental sense, friendliness, or thoughtfulness, subsequently loving kindness for short. It is a feeling, something you feel deep in your heart. Bhavana implies improvement or development. The commonest type of this practice is in 5 phases, every one of which should last around 5 minutes for a newbie. Metta meditation means being loving and kind to yourself, also to those that you already love but also to those that you dislike as well. Practicing metta meditation can be very hard for some because beginning to love those that have caused your mind and heart to think negative thoughts about them can be a hard transition. The term is found in this sense in the Vedic writing, like the Shatapatha Brahmana and different early Upanishads, and Vedanga writing. The term shows up in Buddhist messages as an important idea and practice. Buswell and Lopez, just as Harvey, decipher metta as loving kindness. In Buddhist conviction, this is a Brahma-vihara, divine dwelling place, an immense that prompts a thoughtful state by being a counter to hostility. It removes a negative perspective, by developing consideration unto all living beings. The most distant foe of metta is hate, a mind state in clear restriction. The close enemy, a quality which externally looks like metta, however, in reality, more unobtrusively contrary to it, is, appended, covetousness. Here too one enjoys seeing excellence, yet for an inappropriate reason. Imagine living a life where you felt to hatred, negative emotions or anger for any one being. Imagine walking past your most disliked neighbor, but, smiling and saying hello. No negative thoughts took over your mind, just love and kindness. That's what metta meditation means. Loving all. What is the practice of metta? The act of love and kindness is an amazing practice for separating obstructions just as re-establishing humankind and graciousness when your mind feels like a battle zone. It is also to retrain your mind to let go of all stress and worry and become calm and happy easier. The practice of metta connects us with what it truly means to be alive and unbound from any negative thoughts and actions. Metta is the practice of loving all beings no matter who they are, what they believe, how they act, their race, etc. Even if the person can't stand you or vice versa. Metta allows you to remove these blockages and love, not in a romantic way. Practicing metta meditation is visualizing good things for yourself and others as well, and even saying a few things either in your mind or out loud. What is the metta prayer? The metta prayer is designed to intentionalize good wishes and a sense of benevolence for oneself and others. The idea is to wish the good things we all naturally desire, first for oneself, then for a close loved one, then radiating out by degrees until one has encompassed all sentient beings everywhere. Somebody once said that the best way to crush your adversaries is to make them your companions, and I agree with that saying. The brilliant thing is, it doesn't require the other individual's authorization. You can essentially enable their character to take another shape in your psyche through meditation. When you effectively wish the best for a foe, after some time he or she slowly bit by bit progresses toward becoming somebody you care profoundly for. You understand that he or she's an individual with great and awful characteristics, much like yourself, and everyone else. Both of you has the ability to separate that impact of energy and change it into something delightful. Regardless of whether you never have another encounter with that individual, the change will be in any case beautiful. The Metta Prayer. May all beings be happy and secure, may they be happy-minded. Whatever living beings there are, feeble or strong, long, stout or medium, short, small or large, seen or unseen, ghosts, gods and hell beings, those dwelling far or near, those who are born or those who await rebirth, may all beings, without exception, be happy-minded. Let none deceive another nor despise any person whatever in any place, in anger or ill will let them not wish any suffering to each other. Just as a mother would protect her only child at the risk of her own life, even so, let him cultivate a boundless heart towards all beings. Let his thoughts of boundless loving-kindness pervade the whole world, above, below and across, without obstruction, without any hatred, without any enmity. How do you do a metta meditation? There are various ways to practice this type of meditation, each are based on various Buddhist practices, however, each different way uses the same exact core operation. During your meditation session, you begin to develop kind expectations towards specific targets, including yourself as well as other people. There are different ways to practice this form of meditation, each based on different Buddhist traditions, but each variation uses the same core psychological operation. During your meditation, you generate kind intentions towards certain targets, including yourself and others. The following is a simple and effective loving-kindness meditation technique to try. Find some quiet time for yourself, even a few minutes will work, and sit comfortably. Close your eyes, relax your muscles, and take a few deep breaths. Imagine yourself experiencing complete physical and emotional wellness and inner peace. Imagine feeling perfect love for yourself, thanking yourself for all that you are, knowing that you are just right just as you are. Focus on this feeling of inner peace, and imagine that you are breathing out tension and breathing in feelings of love. Repeat 3 or 4 positive phrases to yourself. These messages are examples that you can use, but you can also create your own. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be healthy, peaceful, and strong. May I give and receive appreciation today. Bask in the feelings of warmth and self-compassion for a few moments. If your attention drifts, gently redirect it back to these feelings of loving kindness. Let these feelings blanket you. You can choose to either stay with this focus for the time of your meditation or begin to shift your focus to loved ones in your life. Begin with someone who you are very close to, such as a spouse, a child, a parent, or a best friend. You may want to repeat the following phrases or similar ones that bring about feelings of loving kindness within you. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you be healthy, peaceful, and strong. May you give and receive appreciation today. Once you've held these feelings toward that person, bring another important person from your life into your conscious, one by one, and focus on them with perfect wellness and inner peace. When you feel ready to end your meditation, open your eyes. You can practice this meditation as much as you like throughout the day, depends on how often you find quiet alone time for yourself.
Hello, you have been listening to Starseed Psychics podcast from www.starseedpsychics.com, our website. We thank you very much for tuning in, and we would very much like to have you as a permanent listener, a routine listener. We put every single blog that is written by our expert psychics onto a podcast here on Anchor, and it is available on 6 platforms. We are very much looking for those who want to support us, and that is very possible. With your donations, we can provide even more for our listeners. If you can't do that, we would very much like to have you as a new client over at starseedpsychics.com, where our gifted psychics and spiritual teachers, spiritual analysis, whatnot. We have healers. We'll be able to be there for you anytime you need us. Until next time, this has been Master Psychic Spirit Walker. Have a good night.